Hi there Scorpio, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August 10th through to the 16th. Scorpio, let's see what is literally on the cards for you. Working first with the Work Your Light Oracle. See what overarching themes or messages want to come out for you, Scorpio. We have got the same one that just, you saw me drop the stack, the same one turned over at the top of that one. So soul family, call on your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. Yeah, I mean, Scorpio, that's a real reminder that you can ask others for help. There's absolutely no shame in that, friends or family, maybe people you work with. But also if you have spiritual beliefs, you know, we have a spirit team as well. Angels or guides, if you believe in that, you can ask them. They don't like to interfere with the 3D realm, but if you ask for their help, they always oblige. So guys, let's get a card out of the Yogic Path Oracle for you. That one's jumping. Kriya. Okay, some of you might be feeling some of that energy at the moment. Now, Kriya, guys, is the energy of effortless flow, and it's really that feeling of, you know, when you're swimming with the current instead of against it. You know, that time in your life where everything is falling into place and the synchronicities are happening and one thing leads perfectly to another. Now, we often get into that Kriya flow when we are paying attention to the signs, when we're releasing what doesn't serve, when we are being kind to others, when we're raising our vibration. You know, that is when we often find ourselves in alignment with the higher frequencies of the universe. So it's saying that maybe you're going to have a bit of a moment of that this week. So keep doing what you need to do to call that in. Scorpio, let's go to the tarot and get the story out for you this week. Beginning with the recent past, energies leaving, completing or transitioning in your life. What you may be journeying. Wheel of Fortune. Love this card. One of the biggest cards of change. You know, maybe you are moving into a period of greater luck where things are going to flow, you know, after closing out a karmic contract. Oh, guys, just noticing that the sun is at the bottom of the deck as I pull that. Yeah, I think you are moving into a much happier time and a time of effortless flow. And the sun is an energy that says that the worst is over. You may have gone through harder times, but now you're moving into a time of greater synchronicity, is what I'm feeling. Guys, let's get out the focus energy for the week. As it flies across the room, I called it King of Wands. Yeah, I mean, a King of Wands is somebody who's absolutely in effortless flow because he doesn't miss an opportunity. No way. He is standing there. He's just ready to catch those opportunities as they go by. We'll get the clarifiers and see whether that's a person or an energy. Going next for your outcome energy, near future. Too many there. The Scorpio. That one won't go back into the deck, those two won't, so I'm taking them. Okay, we've got the Ten of Wands and we have the Queen of Pentacles. There may be a completion here taking place. Let's get the clarifiers and see where this is going. You know, sometimes we have to close one door before another one opens. It sounds like a cliche, but you know, it's true. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune for you, Scorpio. Oh, well, I'm taking the one that's on top of that fell on the ground. Do you know what it is? The sun. It wanted to be paired with that Wheel of Fortune, so there you go. Yeah, I mean, you're turning the corner. The wheel is turning and it's definitely turning in your favor. Let's clarify in the direction of effortless flow. Let's clarify the King of Wands, the Scorpio. They're flying actually today. Or is it just my shuffling? Just waiting for, there it goes. Oh, Knight of Wands. Okay, we might grab another clarifier for that from the other pack. Could be people, could be energies. Like, it's a real energy of moving forward in the right direction. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay, new wind in your sails for sure. Guess what's at the bottom of this one? The Chariot, riding off on a unicorn. Sounds pretty good, right? Just going to grab another one for the King of Wands, Knight of Wands combination. Yeah, I really feel it's moving on to much more aligned opportunities. Ooh, okay. Justice. That could have been what you've been moving through. And, guys, the Fool is at the bottom of the deck. Can't make this up. Chariot and the Fool, they're both such free, light-hearted, rebel energies. You know, it's just really about finding your feet again, getting back in effortless flow. Okay, we might have a little bit of an justice situation to go through, but I feel like that is the gateway. Justice is going to be the energy that turns this wheel. But when you see justice in the sun in a reading, guys, it's usually going to work out in your favor, because karmically it is meant to. Recent past, or this is really the energy that I think that you've kind of felt like it's on the horizon for you, but it's going to come in as a result of the situation. Wheel of Fortune in the sun. Well, this just says the wheel is turning in your favor. You are entering a really positive chapter of your life, maybe after going through some obstacles, some hardships, or a darker time, or maybe a time of less movement in your life is what I'm feeling also with this. So the Wheel of Fortune is the card of change. You know, it's the big wheel turning. It can be about a big completion. We've got Justice, 10 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is number 10 here. So I really feel like there's a chapter closing. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it can be something that has played out across the last decade. And it's the decisions that you make now that are going to influence the next decade. But there's this big element of destiny and karma and divine timing when the Wheel of Fortune comes in. And I think it's to do with this justice. It says, you know, there is a karmic lesson, or for you or another party here, there's something that needed to play out. But, you know, you're going to come out absolutely fine out of the Scorpio with the Sun energy, the most positive card in the tarot deck that says that the worst is over. When you see the Wheel of Fortune turning towards the Sun, yeah, it's going to be bright. The future is bright is what that says. Absolutely. It is a kind of a sense of rebirth as well, as is the Fool. So there's a new path to be walked here, and we've got so many indicators of moving on as well. So we will get to the Chariot and the Fool at the end of the reading. Guys, not too sure where this is going to go yet. So the Justice, the King of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I mean, some of you might get good news about a justice situation this week. I know the Page normally brings the news, but the Knight of Wands definitely can. And the Knight of Wands is that energy of, you know, now moving forward in a positive new direction onto new dreams, new hopes, and new manifestations. And I feel like there was something that you were waiting for, the completion of a situation, a wrong being righted, a settling of the scores, that kind of thing. And it could have been there could have been two fire signs involved. You know, we've got Leo and we've got Sagittarius here. It could be Aries as well. One of these could actually be a boss or a mentor with the King of Wands energy, because it's quite an entrepreneurial energy. So that's possible here. That could have been what you've been journeying, something like a workplace injustice for some of you. It's a general reading, guys, so it can be many, many different things, but that is definitely something that it could be. So justice is the energy when a modification needs to come in to rebalance those karmic scales, to wrong those rights, and it works out in the favour of the person it is meant to karmically, not for the person who wants it, right? So that victory is always held by the person it should. It could also be dealing with the Libra with the Justice card here as well. But I really feel it's you that's going to be, you know, riding into that sunset with, you know, a much more of a sense of purpose and passion than what you've had before once the situation is resolved. So be interesting to see what that is for some of you. I mean, Justice is number 11 in the Major Arcana, so big synchronistic kind of moments here with the 1111 and the Wheel of Fortune. It's all playing out in divine timing as it's meant to now. So if you have been through a hard time, it's like there must have been something in that to be learned. I don't know, it's kind of almost like the Justice is caught between these two. I don't know who they are. You decide. This could also be husband and child as well. So there could it be like some kind of separation, and you know, you're working through the details of a child support arrangement as well. And yeah, definitely seeing that also. So there's definitely been some kind of or there may have been some stress on this situation, but I feel like this is the week where the good news comes in, or that it's over and you can move on, because look at this. You're going to be able to release the burden or the weight of it anyway, because here's the Ten of Wands, which is a big card of completion. You know, the Justice is over, the wheel can now turn. I think it's weighed heavily on you. With the Ten of Wands, it's normally a weight on your shoulders and a lot of responsibility, carrying extra weight, you know, this whole other situation going on while you're trying to deal with home and deal with work like the Queen of Pentacles does. She operates in all of those realms. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, she is the card of Capricorn, and she links to the devil, and it's like, yeah, okay, you might have danced with the devil in the situation. You've worked through some toxicity potentially. Maybe one of these people involved here was a bit manipulative or not good for you in some way, or had an agenda. But the Queen of Pentacles has recovered from that, and she's refocused her energies, and now she's focusing on what matters. You know, she's focusing on creating a happy home, on, you know, earning her pentacles, making practical, logical, grounded decisions. And because of that, she is rewarded with the abundance. You know, she's very, very abundant because she's making those clear decisions for herself. Now, the Page of Swords here. Now, this actually could be the good news. You know, the good news about that situation, because the page can be, you know, a communicator, a messenger. But the Page of Swords is also the wind in the sails, the winds of change, the initial progress. And I really feel that, because I felt like that the Wheel of Fortune was really supposed to be at the end of the reading, this is the wind that picks up in that big, you know, water wheel, that big, you know, windmill, and starts pushing it around and bringing in that fresh new energy, you know, into your life, and bringing that wind of change, which is the Fool and the Chariot. So that's what I'm seeing there, Scorpio. So yeah, I mean, at the end of this reading, what we really have are these two. Both cards of, you know, the new, the moving on towards a whole new chapter, fresh start, one where the sun is out and the sun is guiding you. Look at that yellow background. And the Fool asks you to have hope and faith and trust the path and follow your instincts. It'll give you a sure footing on this new path. And with the Fool energy, it's not about, you know, focusing on the destination, or, you know, where are we going with this? Where's it going to end up? I don't know where it's all going. And it's about trusting every footstep now and trusting the journey rather than the destination. Oh, well, sometimes we don't know, you know, where things are heading. And, you know, they say that depression is when we focus on the past, and anxiety is when we worry about the future. So the Fool is a reminder to be in the present moment and just put one foot in front of the other, and make it a good footstep. Make it a footstep that comes from following your heart, following your intuition. The little dog is our instincts here, right? So that's what we want to be tuning into. And hey, it's looking pretty magical to me, guys. No, I'm being silly, but the Chariot is also a card of victory. We've got justice, we've got victory, we've got the sun, we've got the Fool. So there is a sense here of being victorious and moving on, you know, riding off into the sunset here. And the Chariot also says, you know, maybe there is a sense of leaving home, leaving a sense of familiarity. Some of you might be, you know, relocating because of this situation, or leaving a comfort zone. Like, even if even if it is a relationship situation, you're bringing it to justice and it's been horrible for you, there's still a sense that that situation would have been home for you for a long period of time, and there'll still be a grieving for, you know, what you had in that situation or the security that it provided. And so sometimes it says, you know, sometimes we just need to let that go in order to move on to the new chapter. And making those clear, aligned decisions is the key to the Chariot being able to propel forward at pace. But it's a real card of success, guys. It's a really beautiful energy. And the Fool, yeah, I mean, it's time for you now. It's about reconnecting with your rebel spirit and your rebel heart. And for me, that means, hey, you know what? Maybe in that previous situation, whether work or relationship, I was kind of going with the beat of somebody else's drum. And that's why it's come to justice, because it's not in alignment anymore for me. And now it's time for you to go in effortless flow, Scorpio. And that is your own flow, which is connecting with your rebel heart and now following your higher self and moving towards your purpose in life, not following anyone else or riding on anyone else's coattails or the beat of their drum, like I mentioned before. But it's where you want to go now and, you know, following that purpose, Scorpio. So it's a really beautiful energy, and it's a sunny, fresh new start for you. Scorpio, I'm going to leave it there for you, and I do hope you enjoyed the reading. Keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective, so it won't be everyone's story this week, and that's absolutely fine. Feel free to leave me a comment. I read each and every one. I also try and respond to as many as I can. I'm still generally able to do that with my channel size, which I absolutely love. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with the energies, and let's meet back here, same time, same place next week for another weekly message.